Hello everybody, welcome back to TìandTarot. So today's reading is a really fun one. I'm actually using my own homemade and handmade tarot deck. So yeah, if you would like to see the video on how I did that, that should be uploaded by now. If not, it will be next week, but it should be the previous video onto this one. So we have 3 piles for you today for this pick a pile reading, and today's reading is all about what is your fortune? Like, what is your success? Where's that kind of coming from? And that doesn't mean like success in like a really big massive way. This is just kind of like your next fortune. So it's not like, it doesn't have to be a big deal. It's not like something massive you have to work on. This is just the next thing coming into your life that brings you a lot of joy and happiness and is kind of your fortune at that time. So we have 3 piles for your pick a pile reading today. We have pile 1, 2 and 3. If you don't know how pick a pile readings work, I'll explain that to you now. So you essentially just choose the pile you feel most intuitively drawn to, either based on the number of the pile, the card that is on top, or the object or crystal that is on top. You could even base it on the numbers used in the timestamps below. Maybe those resonate with you as well. So for pile 1, we have the Ace of Stars, and we also have a green jar with a dried pink flower. For pile 2, we have the Familiar, which is actually a picture of my cat that I have painted. So, well, printed, liner printed. So this is my baby kit. So we've got the Familiar here, and the object on top is this stunning black-brown jar with blue and yellow dried flowers as well. And for pile 3, we have the hearse, and we also have a blue jar with pink and yellow flowers as well. Once you have selected your pile, there will be a timestamp in the description box below for you to find your reading more easily, and I will meet you there. Bye. Okay, hello my child. Okay, hello my pile 1s. For no reason at all, I was going to call you guys my child. So, hello pile 1s. Welcome to your reading. So you chose this really cute green jar, which we're going to place over here, and you also chose the Ace of Stars. This is literally like one of my faves. I was actually going to call it you called ? Because it's like you've literally called it. But so that's because I wanted to call you guys my child, and I brought up this whole call you thing. It's giving like your next fortune, your next sort of fun, exciting thing that brings you a lot of joy and happiness. Could be your next relationship that may actually also bring a child from that as well. So you may, like, don't panic. If you don't want children, this isn't for you. But you may not even be thinking about relationships or having children right now. But whatever your next relationship is, it might then last 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and then at that mark, you might then have a child and be ready for it and want it, and then that's you guys' fortune. You know, your fortune is your family, for sure. That's kind of what I'm getting here, especially with the sort of 3 witches here. I'm definitely getting family as your fortune. It doesn't necessarily have to be a partner and a child. It could also be like other family members or friends, like chosen family. So that's your fortune at the minute, is definitely the shenanigans you get up to with either your friends, your partner, or your family as well. So let's take a look at the tarot cards and your oracle card, just to kind of get what your sort of fortune is in regards to this situation. So firstly, you have focus on looking after yourself. That's so cute. I love that. Okay. And for your tarot card, you have, ooh, okay, you got 2. They're both reversed. So you have the 7 of Wands in reverse, and you also have the 8 of Wands in reverse as well. Oh wait, no, this is the 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay, it's really interesting that the 8 of Swords reversed has come out on top of the focus on looking after yourself card, because this is sort of conveying that you may have some self-limiting beliefs at the minute, or maybe the way you talk to yourself in your mind or think about yourself is not very kind or patient or loving. But those sort of beliefs that are holding you back are really flimsy same as toilet paper. So you can easily tear through these by doing that sort of like inner peaceful healing, working on the way you talk to yourself and being kinder to yourself and much more patient. You can start to see yourself in a brand new way just by looking after yourself. And that's a part of your fortune, because when you love yourself, you're able to love others and bring that in and sort of share that love round. So that love starts with you. And I see for your fortune, what's coming in is that you're going to be working on that and loving yourself, and that's actually going to completely transform the way you see yourself, and it's going to make you feel so much better and improve your mood and improve your relationships to people as well. So that is part of your fortune. You have, with the eight of seven of swords here, you have a lot of self-destructive kind of tendencies, very negative habits. Maybe you get bored really easily, and so you kind of go into self-destructive mode just to kind of have a little bit of spice and drama in your life. But I can see you, when you work on yourself, you settle this energy. So you manage to sort of calm down a lot and be able to enjoy the calm, quiet space you're in, and not try and destroy it in order to feel something. So I see you like working on that, which is obviously going to help your relationships, because if you get bored in a relationship and then feel self-destructive, you might do something to wreck a good thing that you have. So, you know, whether that's a friendship, a partnership, or whatever. So I definitely see that in working on these things, you're also helping your relationships as well. Definitely, I feel like this is a scary thought to you. It's scary to work through that and process all of these things, but that is what I see for you. That's what I see as being your fortune for now, your next sort of fortune. So this isn't, you know, a massive thing, but it's really important right now at this moment in time, is that you kind of do this inner work where you treat yourself kindly, stop being so self-destructive, stop looking for that drama and seeking it, and kind of calm and settle that energy. Look after yourself, and then that will heal your relationships. And then those relationships will be your fortune as well, because from there you'll be able to learn so much more about yourself and explore brand new things and have all these different adventures simply because you worked on yourself a little bit. Which is so lovely, pile ones. You will be growing this part of yourself and expanding. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, pile one. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe. And if you felt drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. If not, I hope to see you here next week on Fridays for another reading on TìandTarot. Bye. Hello, my pile twos. So you chose the beautiful familiar with Kitanya on there. And you also chose this really cute jar. This is like my favourite one. Still got the jar from last time on there. My bad. Let's shimmy that over. Right, so straight away with the familiar card, what I'm kind of getting as your next sort of really fun fortune is simply that it's that like magic within you. You're quite a powerful person. You may have checked out my What is Your Power video and gotten some ideas from there as to what your powers are. But definitely those powers are your fortune, and that's really coming into effect very soon. That's what's sort of next in terms of your fortune. However, as a side note, your fortune can also be the support that you have around you, whether that's from your beautiful, lovely pets or whether that's from family and friends as well. But especially with the familiar here, I'm getting that kind of connection is also really important. And you're really good at manifesting things. So that manifestation, because this card represents the magician, so your fortune is also kind of your manifestation skills, your ability to kind of bring in opportunities for you. So let's take a look at what your fortune is. Be curious. Yeah, so as I said, you've got that magic, you've got that manifestation ability, you know how to get what you want, you've got all the resources to do that, you've got everything you need to kind of make things happen. So just you kind of having that curiosity to explore new hobbies, new things, new fun stuff, just that alone is something that is your fortune, because it gives you that opportunity to use those skills. It gives you the opportunity to use your powers, your manifestation skills, and the support around you to see what you can achieve. Just to look into it as well, just to give you like a peek into each thing to see if you're able to achieve it, which is really amazing. Let's take a look at your tarot cards to see So you've had the Magician twice. This is definitely your fortune right now. And you also have, this is the 10 of Swords, I believe. So with an element of like the Magician card is obviously you being at the starting point. It's the number 1. So the first card is the Fool, which is 0, and then number 1 is the Magician. You've had the Magician twice. And so I mentioned those manifestation skills, and a part of the Magician is sort of the fact that you're starting off with everything you need, even if that's nothing. So you might be like at a point where you feel the lowest of the low, like especially with this 10 of Swords up right here. You might be feeling like there's no coming back from this, or what could you even get into because you don't feel like you have the skills or the resources. This is telling you you definitely do. It feels like you don't because you may not have, like, let's say you want like a qualification in engineering. You may not have that qualification, that is true, but you may be so good at learning really adaptably and really quickly that when you start an engineering course, you get it straight away, and that's what you need to propel you forward, because some people might try it out and not have those things and not be able to get it right away and not understand what's going on, but you can. So you may be feeling like this cat kind of stuck in a high place. They've got too ambitious, they've kind of climbed somewhere and can't really get down, or think they can't, but actually if you got there you can get back out. So you do know the route back the way you came. It's just that in the moment, if you feel so frightened that it almost kind of convinces you don't have this power when you definitely do. So this is saying your fortune is your ability to get yourself out of tricky situations, get back to a good starting point, and manifest opportunities for yourself as well. You know, like with the Magician or the Familiar, there's this infinite energy. The energy will never fully dissipate. So you can get out of this situation and you can get into a better situation, and then you can even get back into a similar situation like this and get back out. And it's just kind of, it's something, because it will happen to everybody, that's just life. It is so changeable, it does go up and down. It's really fantastic to have this skill of being able to get back out of that spot and go into something new or figure your way around it, because you're always going to be in situations like that. Or at least for a while, you might be in situations like that. And so, you know, if you didn't have this skill, that would make these situations so much tougher on you. And luckily, because you have this ability to get out of tricky spots, that's exactly what's helping you through those tough times. So, for example, you might like just take on a job because you just need the money. And so you take this job and then you realize you don't really like it, but you've got the skills to figure out how to enjoy it, how to move up in it, and then when the skill to know when is the right time to leave and go after something better and have that job in the bank. So you might like have the skill to figure out like, okay, I'm in a tight financial spot, let me get a job for now. While I'm at that job, apply to the ones I actually want. Meanwhile, I'm using this job to like get, you know, support, and then going into the next one. Once I actually get that job, I can then leave this one behind. So it's like having that sort of skill to figure that out. And I think another fortune of yours is your ambition, because we've got these two hands that are like upright in the air. I feel like your ambition and your curiosity to see if you could get there is your fortune as well, because that's the thing that pushes you to go after opportunities and situations nobody else would go after ordinarily without the necessary skill set, but you would, because you know you can handle it. And so that's the road to your next fortune. Again, not like it doesn't have to be a massive fortune, but your next fortune, the thing that is your fortune, is this ability to be ambitious, to get yourself out of tricky spots, to have all the resources you need, even if that's nothing, to get out of a situation. So these are all the things that are sort of supporting you right now in your journey of life. So that was your reading, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe. And if you felt drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. If not, I hope to see you here next week on Fridays for another reading on Tea and Tarot. Bye. Okay, hello my pile 3s. So you picked the hearse and you also picked this really cute blue jar, which I will place over here. So straight away with the hearse, what I'm getting as your current fortune, or at least your next fortune, is definitely the shenanigans you get up to, the adventures you go on, and it is also the friendships you have. And if you don't have a lot of friendships or very strong friendships, it's the fact that they will progress into really fulfilling relationships quickly, or that you will get good friendships very quickly, very suddenly, that kind of kick off, and then you have these great times with them. So that's kind of definitely one of your fortunes at the minute, is that ability to kind of make friends and have those connections be really strong ones straight away, and then get up to all kinds of shenanigans with them as well. Okay, so let's get into other elements of your fortune. So you have take time to relax. So a part of your fortune right now might be that you have finally the time and the resources, and maybe even the savings, to finally treat yourself to time off. You may have built up your holiday days, you may have, enough saved to book a holiday, which you may not have done. Either way, you can finally have that time. That's definitely coming up for you soon. And so because of that, you get to relax, figure out who you are when you don't have to do anything, and you get that really nice peace and quiet, that minute to yourself. And that's a part of your fortune, because it's lovely when that happens. So that's your fortune right now as well. So let's take a look. You've got the Ace of Wands at your other fortunes. You also have the Four of Swords, I believe. So the Four of Swords is all about relaxing, finding, a sunny spot to go sunbathe in. So really strongly, you're getting this fortune of relaxation. You're able to take holiday time or leave. You may have finally built up your finances in a way where maybe even no longer need to work, or that might be coming up for you. But either way, I see you finally having free time on your hands. You might even be going to part-time. But something like that, either you've just built up your holiday days and you're using them, or you are going on an actual holiday, or you're going down to part-time, and because of that you get this time to yourself, this time to relax, and that is your fortune, because that's all you've been craving and you're finally getting that. So that is exactly what's coming in for you. And don't let people call you lazy neither, because this isn't lazy, this is doing what's right for you, okay? And especially with the Ace of Wands here, there's kind of that underlying message of, if you become too ambitious, you might get sort of burnt out. And so that's kind of really interesting, because what I'm seeing, especially with the speed of the Chariot, which is represented here by the hearse, and then we've got the Ace of Wands, it's kind of saying don't move too fast. Definitely relax. So you may be somebody who's very go, go, go. I have to get this promotion and this raise and this and that because I want to retire early. And those are all, great. Do you if you want to do that. You do you. There's nothing wrong with doing those things. But you've always got to be aware of the fact that you might be pushing yourself to your limit. Even if you might not be aware, you might purposely be ignoring the signs your body is telling you when you're kind of getting to your limit. And your body is telling you, this is too far for me. You might be ignoring it just in the pursuit of this thing that you want. But if you're too ambitious, this cat has reached too far and it's looking a bit stressed. So try and have that time to yourself, because I think you may have been working really hard lately, which is really good because it's given you the money and the time to now take time off. But you could have also burnt out, which makes you need this time off. You know what I mean? When you could have just been taking everything really steady the whole time. Instead, you've kind of sped things up and reached too high, and now you really need to relax. But that's your fortune, is that you need that time to yourself, and you're going to get it. So you were damn, I really need a break. And the universe is like, you're right, here you go. So it's definitely your fortune at the minute is the fact that you do have the time, resources, and finances to be able to take a break and not have that kind of affect you negatively, too much. So your fortune right now is definitely that. And then I see you spending time with friends, getting up to shenanigans, because relaxation isn't just about like laying there. It can be, but also I think what relaxation is just like time away from work, to be honest. Like sometimes it's just nice to be yourself and not have to have a work persona, and to be able to have the time to go out there and hang out with your friends instead of doing your sort of mundane day-to-day traditional things. That's a part of relaxation too. It's exciting, it's fun, and it's time that's finally yours. And so with some of this time that you're getting, this like holiday time, I do see you having a lot of fun with your friends as well. Like this card to me represents like, because obviously this is the hearse from my deck, not just the chariot, it's also the hearse. There's an added sort of meaning there. Because of that, what I'm also kind of getting is that there's like an extra added meaning there of you and your friends doing things you shouldn't do. Like, so the energy of this card is like these friends in a hearse have like broken into a cemetery at night and are now getting chased out by security. So like, don't actually do that. Never ever do that. But that is in a fictional book to represent that fun and adventure and shenanigans between friends. But for you, it would be like something really fun and exciting, like staying out longer than you should, or like maybe like pranking your friend or something who is actually a friend and would expect you to prank them. It's like silly little shenanigans that you're just going to be getting up to. Like I saw this one video on like TikTok or something, and they all bought their husbands the exact same like Hawaiian shirt when they went to this like birthday party or barbecue or something, and as each person turned up they were like, hey, we're wearing the same shirt, isn't that a coincidence? And then the third person turned up and they were like, hang on a minute. Then the fourth person, and they were like, okay, we've been pranked. So as people kept turning up, they realised like a nice light-hearted prank like that, it's like those sort of silly little shenanigans are your fortune right now, because that's what's going to bring you joy, what's going to make you happy, is getting up to those silly sort of things with your friends and finally having time to be able to do that as well. And you wouldn't have had the time to have done that had you not done this. It's like a weird little vicious cycle, because it's like you overwork yourself so that you require time away. Because you overworked yourself, you have the money and the resources and the time to have some relaxation and time to yourself. But then you have to start it all over again in order to get this back. So it's kind of like a cycle that just goes round and round. But at the minute, that is your fortune because you prefer it that way. If you were to just do like, not really push yourself and do the same thing every day, you would find that really boring and like not mentally stimulating. So you kind of need the fast pace of like that work environment, and then also the immediate reward of this resting period, as opposed to like working 5 to 6 days a week doing the same thing and then maybe getting 1 or 2 days to yourself. You're like, no, I need like a month of intense work and then a month holiday. Like that's what you prefer, that's where you like it. So why not? What's wrong with that? So that is your fortune at the minute. Pile 3, that is what I see for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe. 1717 on the camera, in case you want to check that out. And if you were drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. If not, I hope to see you here next week on Fridays for another reading on TìandTarot. Bye!